maybe drop it off at your...
Come and guest on our show.
Come and guest on our show.
A mic is waiting for you.
A mic is waiting for you.
Where the topics are all over the place and there's no fondue. Can you tell stupid jokes?
Can you tell stupid jokes?
Are you funny at all?
Are you funny at all?
Got a studio space that needs some taste. Now I want fondue. You know we might have you back again. Promise to listen to you. Can you bring some fondue?
Can you bring some fondue?
And the skewers too. Hello and welcome to Just Us Thinking. I'm your host Michael.
And I'm your co-host Rebecca.
Did you forget who you were there for a minute?
No, you said host.
Oh, I did. We don't say that anymore.
Yeah, you don't.
Oh, yeah.
So I was trying to go with the flow there.
Okay, that's cool. I like retro there.
Okay.
All right. So what are we doing today?
Don't look at me in that tone of voice.
Attitude show. All right, I like that. Yeah, this is
So how'd you come up with this one?
Karen.
Karen? Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, I think it came up with actually the first thing we have written up on the board there.
Okay.
Team sports.
Oh, okay.
Like, people are crazy for their teams.
Oh, yeah.
Like crazy for their teams.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Like, and I will tell you, if you've ever been to, like, you've been to a game, right?
Yeah.
You've been to it. It's it's attitude, but it's also atmosphere.
Oh, yeah.
So attitude is also atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and especially if your team's winning.
Oh, yeah.
If your team's doing very well and you're at that game, it's almost electrifying out there, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that whole attitude, like, carries with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I will tell you, the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Okay. We were at Oz on the Super Bowl, weren't we?
We were, yeah.
And I will tell you, the attitude and the atmosphere that I had was different than what you had, because your team wasn't doing so good.
Right.
So when that I guess that attitude kind of, when they're not doing so good and that negative flow, that happens. But I was on a high because I was doing really well. I guess that the
I don't know if high would really describe the right word, is it, Mikey?
I don't think it would be. Don't think so.
So my team won, so I was okay with it.
Yeah.
But
you were happy about that.
I was.
I would say a little, maybe obnoxious.
Obnoxious? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing that, like, when just them playing, okay, you could tell that.
Oh yeah, you could tell it in the players.
The attitude in the players when you're not doing well, that attitude, it's an attitude adjustment out there. I hate to say it, but attitude is what gets you to win or lose. Yeah. If you get it in your head that you're going to lose.
You could have a really good attitude and still kind of be bad at what you do.
You can, but not. You can and you can't.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's take bowling. If everybody's having a good time and they're drinking and they're having a good time and the attitude is up, everybody's bowling really, really good.
Yeah.
If you have one person that brings the attitude down, it brings the whole everything down, and you don't bowl as well.
Yeah, that's true.
So, team sports, your attitude affects how everything goes through, right? So, if you don't want to be there, you don't want to do that, and you have that attitude that, it kind of brings the room down.
Yeah.
And what people I don't think those people understand that their attitude affects other people.
Yeah. Yeah, I think in the heat of the moment, they probably don't. Yeah.
Right.
No.
So, what about work?
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
It's crazy that...
So I always have this like one coworker when we get on our Teams calls. She's like, dude, like, come on.
What do you mean?
Well, she's just like, I mean, the way she's just like,
she's always frowning and grumpy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or she doesn't really talk much, so it's like, okay, like.
Maybe she just needs to get laid.
Oh.
Well, that happens.
Yeah.
It could. Yeah, there's like, if there's like one grumpy person on the team,
Oh,
like
yeah. That can bring
the whole
down.
team down, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I worked on this one project, and we were working on a project that was based out of the United Kingdom.
Okay.
So we were going in at work from like, I think it was like 2 or 3 in the morning till like 11 or noon or something like that.
Oh, that would not work for me.
And we had this one girl, and it was maybe like 10 of us. And we had this one girl that, oh my God, she was not British, but she would try to talk like she was. And we were like, you have got to stop that. I'm like, you're pissing everybody off, and you're just like, it was horrible. We were just like, you need to stop. I don't know if our team leader finally talked to her or what, but we were just like, it is too early for you to fake being British. Like, stop
That's the
talking.
problem.
Oh my God.
That's the problem. When someone does that, their actions affect the attitude of everybody on the team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think we all wanted to kill her by like by the end of the first week.
Well, and if you have a bad boss that's like they're always like a bad attitude, and you know.
I had this one boss in the office. She just had resting bitch face like no other. And you know,
were you in the office?
Yeah.
Oh, that's worse.
Yeah, and
just conference call her.
Yeah, I wish.
So she acted like she always had a stick up her ass.
Oh yeah, she always had a stick up her ass.
Now, was the attitude matching the resting bitch face or no?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she had like, and it was weird. She had that like almost where she had such an attitude. It was between a bad attitude and that too chipper kind of thing.
Too chipper? What? How do you do that?
Like, no, shut up, bitch.
Tell us how you really feel, Rebecca.
Yeah. She thought she was so much better than everybody else.
Oh.
And it was
that
just like...
attitude that I'm better than you. Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
So, I mean, that can't be good for a team.
No. Nobody liked her.
Yeah.
There was maybe like a handful of people in the office that liked her.
Oh, okay.
And she was a team leader.
Yeah, that's... You can't... You're not going to have your employees work well when you're like that.
Oh, she was such a bitch.
Wow, that's... that's what you remember. Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're right up the alley. That's perfect. What are you talking about? Now, have you had the other end where the boss was like, I hate to call them the really chipper bosses that were like, everything's always great.
Oh yeah, we had one of those too, and it was amazing. Those two were like good friends.
What?
Yeah, you wanted to kill them both. It's just like
opposites attract, I guess. But
yeah, like oh.
So they were.
Well, okay, I take that back. They weren't necessarily like friends, but they were like almost like that Mean Girl Club.
Okay.
They were like the Mean Girl Club presidents.
Okay. So
And-
she was always like, everything's perfect, everything's great. And,
Yeah. She's like, like,
Yeah.
oh my god.
I like how you get up and do that.
Like, go back to whatever valley you came from. Like,
Like, gag you with a spoon.
yeah.
Oh, you lost Mikey. You see, you broke him. You normally don't break him. I think he's crying now.
No, it was the fact of the fact that she did what she did, and then you doing your Valley Girl voice just is what caught me off so much.
I hate those two. Oh my god.
So both spectrums.
Yeah.
It's the extremes that really get you every time. Now,
They were suck up little bitches too.
wow, just say how you feel here. Yeah.
I'll give whoever, like, any of my former coworkers, I'll give them like $20 if you can name who I'm talking about.
Oh shit! You're. I don't know where this is gonna go. This ought to be good. I'd like to see where this one goes. Oh man! Now, did you have any teachers in school that were like that?
Oh.
I remember having a teacher. It was a math teacher, and I don't care what you did. He looked like he pooped in his Cheerios every day. like you took a shit right in his cereal. And he was just mildly disappointed about it. Okay? Like not even mad about it, but just that always that oh,
I
man.
don't know. Like, no, my teachers were pretty. I didn't say, like, I think most of my teachers were pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I've had the other side of that teacher where
Yeah.
I actually had to go to my counselor and I say, and they told me that it was a class I had to take. I'm like, can we change my schedule so I have her later in the day?
Yeah.
And they're like, well, we figured you wanted to get it done over, get it over. Like, she's too happy for me. I can't handle happy
Early in the
first
morning.
period.
Yeah.
Happy for me doesn't happen in first period.
I
Okay,
had-
I'm not a morning person.
I take that back. I had a gym teacher. That was
Like what?
she just
You got to explain this.
And now I want to know. I'm curious.
she was just a little butchy.
What
What?
do you
She
mean?
had like yeah.
No, you got to.
No, you have to explain now.
Yeah.
You know, like the whole like like she
Like
just-
Macho Man?
Yeah, she was trying to be macho, and it was like, come on now, really? Like nobody
She's-
liked her.
So she was trying to be the big
Yeah.
bad gym teacher that nobody liked.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mikey, do you have any?
Well,
Oh yeah. Be careful. You're still in school.
Yeah.
You better watch it because one of these teachers you might still have,
so
and you better pray they don't watch the show. Otherwise, you're gonna have extra tests.
all of my teachers are actually really good. I like them. They're
Good,
really
good.
they're some are more energetic than others. But generally all of them are nice. Some are just a little too energetic for me. And then I have that one bad teacher that I just hate.
Right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
With a
Oh,
fiery passion.
really?
Oh yeah. She's number
Oh,
one.
I know what teacher you're talking about.
She's number one.
I like the teacher. I'll be honest with you. I kind of like that teacher.
Really?
Oh yeah, I got along with her fine.
Uh-uh.
The one time you met her.
Yeah.
Like the
She
one
seemed
time.
fine to me. Did she seem a problem to you? I think she's only upset that Mikey wasn't doing any of the homework in there.
Yeah.
There's that, but like
Maybe if you do the work, that might not be a bad idea.
No. No. I can go to everybody, and people who haven't even met her still say they hate her.
How do you can't hate someone you don't know. You can't.
Yeah, because how do you know how they act?
Yeah. That is high. That's so high school.
Nobody likes
so
her.
Maybe they have her like in lunch or something, probably, right?
They probably, yeah, she does do lunch duty, or she has them for advisement.
So the problem with that is...
So technically they do know her because they have her for one of those...
Technically, but it's for like 10 minutes or like the half an hour we get for lunch.
Okay, let me ask you this.
So you still know who that person is.
Right.
Kind of.
Yeah. Is she a hard ass? Is that what the problem is?
Yes.
Okay.
Int.
Yeah. So she's a hard ass.
Yeah.
Okay. Most kids will not like a hard ass.
No.
This is why I'm not a high school teacher.
Thank God you're not.
Right?
Do you know how many kids would hate you?
Yeah, the whole school.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would walk out like Roadhouse and have my tires slashed every day.
No, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You would probably be sending so many kids to the office
Damn
because they
straight.
have their phone out.
Yep. Because I'm a stickler for the rules, so that's what'll happen. So it happens even here with like if we are, and attitude goes with how you feel too. If you have a headache, oh my goodness, that brings your attitude down, and your attitude affects everybody around you.
No, yeah.
But when you're happy and you're like energetic and you're running, God, it could change the whole. It could change the whole thing, right?
No, for sure.
You just have, when the energy's right, the energy's right.
Yeah.
When it's not right, sometimes that's when you may have to say, let's maybe...
Let's not today. Can we just not today?
I could see that. It's crazy. You know who doesn't really ever have an attitude, though?
Who?
The pups. I can walk up to the mailbox and come back. What? And they're happy to see me.
Yeah.
They don't have an attitude.
Yeah.
Sadie, wanna tell them what you did in the car? Wanna tell them what you do in the car?
Oh,
Her little sassy pants bark.
She's
what the hell?
sassy.
Yeah.
Don't tell me she
attitude.
Yeah.
Don't tell me she doesn't have an attitude, cause she's sassy.
Okay.
You don't pet her, she
Yeah.
barks at you. You don't wheel down the window, she barks at you.
Okay.
You don't give her food, she barks at you.
Okay.
That dog has attitude.
That dog has attitude.
You guys are misunderstanding her.
No, I think she has more sass than
No,
attitude.
you guys are misunderstanding her. Okay.
Be my guest. Please defend our sassy little girl over there.
So I trained Sadie and I trained Raven. They are very well trained. Okay. Now, Sadie has now taken it upon herself that she is now training Rebecca, that when she gets in the car, that she's training you to roll down the window for her.
Right. And when I refuse, you say, babe, roll down the window.
She's trying to train you.
And I try to resist, and you're like, roll down the window for her.
Why
It's
wouldn't
5 degrees outside. Roll the window down for her.
If she wants to stick her head in 5 degrees, then
No, because that is making the inside of the car cold.
Then you turn up the heat a little bit.
Then you turn up the heat to like 80 or 90.
You crack the back window, it's not going to be that big of a deal.
You have to roll it halfway down.
And she's training that when she comes in and she wants to be petted, she's training you on when and when not to pet her.
Yeah.
And she
when
does
to
that.
Wake up to feed her.
That's just training.
Yeah.
She's training us.
She's training you guys.
You trained her so she could train us.
Yeah, and you know, I want to say by the attitude she's getting, you guys aren't going through training very well. You know.
No.
Now, do I have to get her a bag of human treats. So when you guys do what you're supposed to be doing, she gives you a treat.
She just
A
tosses
piece of popcorn.
She just tosses the whole bag at us.
She'll eat it before she can give it to us. What are you talking about?
That's probably true.
She'll be like,
And so would Raven be like, oh yeah, treats.
Yeah.
yeah.
They're
I thought they were going to move, but
No.
they didn't.
No, they're passed out.
They're out. It's just crazy. So no.
No, yeah, no.
Yeah, it's amazing how the attitude can bring up or down the room depending on what's going on.
Yeah.
When someone's mad and they're fuming and you hear it, it goes crazy. Now, I will tell you, I don't know. I've had phone calls where the guy calls up and says, "I'm mad at blah blah blah." I screwed up once. I'm glad I didn't get caught. I'm glad I didn't get caught.
Yeah.
And I didn't do it on purpose, but the guy called up. He goes, "I'm angry," and I thought, "I'm Michael." And I didn't. I mean, I wasn't thinking.
Well, yeah, because you troll people all the time, so yeah.
Make fun of people like
I
that.
do. He goes, "I'm angry." I said, "I'm Michael. Can I get your name?" And he gave me his name, and he's an asshole the whole call.
Yeah.
And we get through it, and I think I had enough of him. So he was like, I make a payment, blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, your payment was returned. And he's like, I have money in my account, blah 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 blah. I'm like, according to your bank,
you don't.
that's an untrue statement. And a lot of times, why did you? And it's like you did this and rah rah rah. And, I'm like, well, have you called your bank to ask them why they rejected the payment? No. Oh, well, I would probably start there.
Yeah.
Because your bank's the one that rejected it, and they told us that you didn't have money. This is a non-sufficient funds.
Yeah.
Or the other one that says, I made a payment, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, yeah, it was returned for that account's frozen. Well, I was hacked. Okay. I still made a payment. You made a payment on a hacked account that their bank froze.
You made it on the wrong account.
Yeah. Well, I picked the right account. I'm like, well, I'm looking at the receipt of you making the payment. You paid it from this account. That's my wrong account number. Well, that's the account you picked. Well, I didn't know to change it. It's always someone else's fault.
Yeah.
I'm like, Jesus Christ.
I always love the ones too, like when their credit card get declined, they're like, well, why did it get declined? I'm like, I don't know. Did you call your bank?
Yeah.
No. Well, that's where you need to call first.
Right.
Yeah.
Every time, yeah. That's.
And it says in that in the email that you got, call your bank.
Yeah. Now I've also had that call where so I'm an opening. I'll have an opening shift, and I get that first phone call, and it's like, we open at 7.
Mm-hmm.
That goddamn phone is going off at 7 on a goddamn Saturday.
Yeah.
Who the hell woke up to call their creditor on a Saturday at 7 a.m.? Right? Now, there's two types of people. It's the angry person, or equally as bad, the way too chipper at that time of morning before I've had my coffee person.
Yeah.
And they're like, hi, how are you? It's a wonderful day today, right? I said,
It is.
wait till I get my coffee and then we can talk about the day.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to... Now, don't get me wrong. I don't have a bad attitude, but I'm not awake yet.
Right.
Okay? Yeah. I don't have an attitude or lack of attitude. My attitude hasn't woken up yet.
Yeah.
And depending on how this call goes, is depending on if it's getting out of bed early or not. And what side of the bed it gets out on. I don't know. I think it's just attitude affects your whole day.
It does.
So I will tell you, if you're calling a creditor in the morning and you're pissed off, wait at least 2 hours before you call because you'll ruin someone's day.
Yeah. Wait till mid-morning.
Right. If you're pissed off, you're a mid-morning call. Just saying.
Yep.
If you're too chipper, you're a mid-morning call. Maybe get some of that little, chipper energy out before you call me.
Go chase a squirrel.
If you are, I'm just having my cup of coffee and I need to get business done. Yep, you call first thing in the morning. Let's get business done. Let's make it short and sweet and be done.
Yep. Okay.
Just the way it goes. I don't know. It's amazing how attitude can affect everything that goes around. It's just kind of crazy.
I had one recently where so it was a guest that we were bringing in, and he didn't get the flight he wanted, and he emailed, "You guys booked the wrong flight." I was like, I'll let the admin deal with that in the morning. I'm not dealing with it.
Yep.
So I emailed her. I'm like, do you want me to reply to him, or are you going to take care of this? Or no, I think I just asked her, I'm like, are you going to take care of this? Do you want to talk to him?
Yeah.
I'm like, because you told me what to book.
I didn't like the tone of his voice in that email.
Yeah.
It's amazing how people go there, though. Yeah. So it's pretty crazy. Yeah. So now we have, of course, the after show. So we always go to we always change it up for the after show. Yes. So if you like what we do, like what we say, want to hear more, what can they do?
You can follow, subscribe on any podcast player, and then of course any social media like Facebook or YouTube. Yep,
and it's at Just Us Thinking. Make sure you drop the G at the end, and then YouTube, subscribe, follow. Yeah.
I already said that.
Did you?
Yeah.
I'd like to say it again.
Okay.
If you want to follow, and subscribe, you can do that too.
There you go.
There you go. Okay. All right, let's head off to the after show.
All right, bye everybody.
Come and guest on our show. A mic is waiting for you. Where the topics are all over the place and there's no fondue. Can you tell stupid jokes? Are you funny at all? Got a studio space that needs some taste. Now I want fondue. You know we might have you back again. Promise to listen to you. Can you bring some fondue? And the skewers too. This concludes our broadcasting day.